The new Dutch government will allow its citizens living in the UK to take dual citizenship, according to a coalition agreement announced on Tuesday, which pledges to prioritise both its people and EU unity in the Brexit negotiations. After a record 208 days, agreement was struck between four parties on Tuesday to form a centre-right government led by the Liberal Prime Minister, Mark Rutte. The blueprint, agreed by Rutte's People's Party for Freedom and Democracy, the Christian Democrats, the centrist and pro-European Union D66 party and the faith-based Christian Union, spells out plans for tax cuts, lessons in national identity and an experiment with state-sanctioned cannabis plantations over the next 4 years. It also pledges to fight for the Dutch fishing industry in the Brexit negotiations, maintain solidarity with the EU in the talks with the UK, and legislate to allow its citizens living in Britain the chance to have dual citizenship. The document says the cabinet will prepare proposals for the modernisation of nationality law. It concerns an extension of the possibility of possession of multiple nationalities for prospective first-generation emigrants and immigrants. Until now, Dutch nationals who take British citizenship to avoid having to leave the UK after Brexit would have been stripped of their Netherlands passports due to limits on dual nationality. Even as late as July, Rutte defended the policy, telling reporters that countering dual nationality remains one of this cabinet's policies, in response to a petition with 22,000 signatures calling for a government rethink. About 100,000 Dutch nationals living in Britain face an uncertain future after March 2019. The UK and EU are yet to reconcile their differences on the citizens' rights issue. Sophie in 't Veld, a Dutch MEP, said her party, the Liberal D66, had pushed for the change to help Dutch citizens in the UK. She said it is a major step forward, but it doesn't apply immediately. We will have to legislate. But when we do, people who emigrate will have the right to dual nationality, although their children will have to choose their single nationality at some point. The document also pledges to maintain EU solidarity in the talks, which may disappoint some in Britain, but that is the way it is. Confirming the forming of the new government, Rutte said on Tuesday that while the Netherlands was thriving, too many people are not yet feeling it. He added all parties came with some last-minute wishes. But the government pact is now definitely ready. Among the other pledges in the blueprint was a vow to close the country's coal-fired power stations by 2030. The plan had been controversial as the plants went online in 2015, but closing them is seen as necessary to meet the state's obligations under the Paris Climate Agreement. The Prime Minister hailed the new agreed agenda, entitled Trust in the Future, as an ambitious and balanced program. The coalition will have a total of only 76 MPs in the 150-seat lower house of parliament, giving it a one-seat majority.